Right now at noon, a live look outside as we track the chance for severe weather today. With storms on the way, our first warn weather team watching the radar. Plus, jury selection gets underway in the trial of President Biden's son Hunter, who's expected to testify against him in that trial. You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. I'm Josh Spreiter. We begin with a live look outside this afternoon. It is an alert day with strong to severe storms expected to move through southern Wisconsin later today. First warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. He's out on the patio. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah, good afternoon, Josh. It is muggy out here today. We haven't had a whole lot of humidity yet, but that's what we got now, and that may be fueling some stronger storms. And we've already seen some stronger storms develop. This will be coming through here over the next hour, 2 hours here in the Madison area. Then another round expected a little bit later on into the late afternoon and evening hours. That's when we can expect maybe some hail, some strong winds with some of these storms. Can't rule out an isolated tornado. The skies are already pretty dark off to the west as we look at our Edgewater sky cam. Skies are getting dark. That's because we got some storms to the west. We got storms to the east. Madison right now in the clear from DeForest down through Madison, Fitchburg, and down toward Verona. But we do have some storms there in Black Earth and Prairie du Sac. A couple of showers off to the east and eastern parts of Dane County. Now east of Stoughton, everything lifting up to the north and east. You can see this line of intense storms moving through the Dalles, basically right along 151 or maybe a little bit to the east of 151, Dodgeville, then down toward Darlington, seeing some of those storms. None of this severe right now. Might be some small hail, definitely some heavy downpours, and you can see those lightning bolts showing up on our radar 3000. So that extends from once again up into Green Lake and moving into Marquette County, down into the Portage area, Prairie du Sac, seeing some of these storms as well, and then down to the south. Some pretty intense storms right now moving through Darlington and also just over the Dodgeville area. And then we had that one band of storms basically east of Madison toward Stoughton. All right, we are looking at most of this to move through fairly quickly, and then we'll actually get into some dry weather, at least for a time, but we are expecting more storms to fire up a little bit later today. As far as our severe weather threat, it's a slight risk of severe weather on a scale of 1 to 5. That's a category 2. It's muggy out here and also getting warm. 76 right now in Madison, Middleton currently at 78. So we are looking at some scattered storms, plenty of dry periods, but over the next hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, we are expecting some bumpy weather, then another round as we get toward the late afternoon and evening. We'll track those evening storms in not only today, but we do have another first warn alert day tomorrow. We'll have that all coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, Kelly, we will see you then. As we prepare for possible severe weather, our First Warn weather team is tracking the storm's movement. You can receive updates directly to your phone from our team with the First Warn weather and traffic app. Just search for WISC weather wherever you get your apps. Right now, jury selection is underway in Hunter Biden's federal trial in Delaware. The president's son is accused of lying on a federal form about his drug use while purchasing a firearm. Skylar Henry reports from Washington.
Hunter Biden arrived at the federal courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware for the start of his trial on felony gun charges. The president's son is charged with making false statements when he bought a gun in October 2018, claiming on a federal form he was not using or addicted to drugs. He's also charged with unlawfully possessing the gun as a drug user. The charges carry the possibility of prison time.
These types of offenses are rarely charged and even more rarely would actually go to trial.
The trial comes less than a year after a plea deal fell apart, with the judge questioning whether the deal shielded Biden from future charges as well. Hunter Biden's attorneys plan to try to make the case their client had undergone rehab and did not consider himself a drug addict at the time he bought the gun. Prosecutors are planning to call his ex-wife as well as Hallie Biden, Hunter's romantic partner at the time and widow of his brother Beau, as a witness.
That testimony from his closest family and friends is going to be used against him as a basis for putting him in prison. So regardless of how this comes out, even if he's acquitted, this is not going to be a pleasant experience, to say the least.
President Biden issued a statement saying, "As the president, I don't and won't comment on pending federal cases. But as a dad, I have boundless love for my son, confidence in him, and respect for his strength." First Lady Jill Biden is at the courthouse for opening day of the trial. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
The trial is expected to last about 2 weeks. If convicted, Hunter Biden faces up to 25 years in prison and fines of up to $750,000. New information out of Rock County this afternoon after a man died in a crash over the weekend. Just after 7 Friday night, Janesville police and fire responded to a single vehicle crash. It happened on Jackson Street, just south of State Street. JPD says only one person was in the car, a 42-year-old man. He died at the scene. Speed was a factor. Police say the driver lost control of the vehicle. The Waupun prison is going through a leadership change while under investigation. Randall Hepp resigned last week while the prison contends with a lawsuit regarding lockdown conditions, a federal investigation, and multiple inmate deaths in the last year. The federal investigation is looking into an alleged smuggling ring involving employees. The State Journal says former Deputy Warden Brad Milodzik will take over June 30th. In more local news, a portion of West Washington Avenue is now closed for construction. West Wash is reduced to one lane in each direction between Broome and Fairchild. Crews will be out replacing underground utilities and rebuilding the roadway. Work is expected to last to October, and traffic won't return to normal until then. Well, still ahead for us this afternoon. If you have a question or concern about your plants or garden, now is the time to send us your questions via email to tips@channel3000.com. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will join us later in the broadcast with those answers. Again, that is tips@channel3000.com. Up next, family-friendly films ruled the weekend box office, and a recall warning from the FDA on cucumbers.
How would you like to replace that old, outdated bathtub with a luxurious, easy access walk-in shower? It's easy when you call Mad City Baths. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted bathroom remodeler with installations in as little as one day. We're also your local provider for replacement windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Call now during big deal days and save $1,000 on a new bath or shower. Now that's a big deal. Zero down and zero interest till 2026. Senior military discounts plus a bonus. Receive $750 in safety upgrades with your bath or shower purchase. And call during this program for the free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate from Mad City. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U, get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
All the best parts of summer are here at Summerfest. 600 artists, 12 stages, 3 unforgettable weekends. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. Find tickets, lineup, and more at summerfest.com.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
When replacing your windows, you want them to be built by the best and backed by the best. That's what you'll get with replacement windows only available from Renewal by Andersen. When you choose Renewal by Andersen at Wanakee Remodeling, you're not getting a one-size-fits-all product. From design and sales to manufacturing, installation, and service, we own the entire process. This month only, when you buy one window or patio door, you'll get 140% off, plus 12 months special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Whole cucumbers from Florida-based company Fresh Start Produce Sales, Inc. have been voluntarily recalled due to a possible salmonella contamination. The cucumbers were shipped in bulk to more than a dozen states. The FDA says customers have been notified of the recall and the cucumbers have likely been pulled from shelves. However, consumers can reach out to their place of purchase to find out if their store sold the affected produce. Former president and 2024 presumptive GOP nominee Donald Trump has joined TikTok. He once tried to ban the social media app when he was president. Trump's post over the weekend featured his attendance at a UFC match in New Jersey 2 days after a Manhattan jury convicted him on 34 counts in his so-called hush money trial. The Biden campaign joined TikTok back in February. And family-friendly films ruled the weekend box office. The Garfield movie was at the top with an estimated $14 million domestically. If the movie about imaginary friends edged out last week's top draw, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, for second. Both earned more than $10 million, with Furiosa taking the third spot. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
At the noon hour, here's your stock report. The Dow down 390 points, NASDAQ down 47, and the S&P 500 down 30. Pam is watching today's egg prices straight ahead, and Kelly is tracking the chance for severe weather in the first warn forecast. Then later on Live at 4, I go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs in a $500,000 electric Rolls Royce.
For a safe, accessible bathroom that's anything but boring, call Mad City Baths. Combine a barrier-free shower base or walk-in tub with premium wall designs and fixture combinations. Expertly installed in as little as 1 day. And with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Here's another reason to call now. During Big Deal Day, save $1,000 on a new bath or shower. Now that's a big deal. 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Senior military discounts plus a bonus. Receive $750 in safety upgrades with your bath or shower purchase. And call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, the discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, Pro Adjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
Black cats, when I start singing, they be like, what is happening?
Ben Platt understands.
I sing around George, he doesn't seem to care.
Plus, he performs his new single. And ESPN's Malika Andrews.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. News 3 Now, First Warn Weather is taking you beyond the barometer. Email your weather-related questions to firstwarn@wisctv.com, and our team of meteorologists will give you the answers on News 3 Now, live at 4. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back at noon. Let's check in now with Pam Bianchi from the Midwest Farm Report. Pam, coming off of a busy few days for the Farm Babe.
Yeah, thank goodness we had dry weather for nephew's graduation. That was one of the salvations of the weekend. But I'll tell you now, Josh, it looks like great weather if you're growing ducks, because I just got off the phone with another grower that said they are kicked out of the field for field work. Southwest Minnesota, northwest Iowa. This is the wettest they've been since 1873. So there's going to be an awful lot of surprises coming up later this afternoon when we get our crop progress update. Let's try to put a positive spin on this weather, shall we? This was supposed to be the week when a lot of our Wisconsin strawberry patches started to open up. Now you're going to have to find out what's going on in your neighborhood, patch by patch, basically. Some of the fields are just going to be too wet for visitors to be able to be a part of that, which is not good for either the growers or the plants themselves. Go to wiberries.org if you want to find a strawberry patch near you, and then follow up with that individual grower, find out what their plans are. Up in Manitowoc County, it all looks good because hoop houses protect a lot of those plants from a lot of the rain. And right now at the Sullivan family farm in Manitowoc, they are into the sweet peas, pea pods that are coming to the marketplace. Interesting story up there. Ryan Sullivan, along with his family, he's a U.S. Air Force Force veteran that decided they wanted to get into agriculture, and they began basically in 2021. Now a lot of their growth under hoop house so that they can control the temperatures and obviously the moisture situation. He sells wholesale goods like ground beef, lamb, and vegetables to food pantries in his region through the local food purchase agreement program. Really likes that. And he said right now one of the most popular things they're seeing are those baby carrots and the sweet peas that people are clamoring for in the marketplace. I know up at Pambo over the weekend, he was selling in the local Ashwaubenon market and was sold out pretty doggone quick. So some of those crops are coming along. They just may need a little protection from all the rain to keep things moving smoothly for delivery to the marketplace. But like I said, Sullivan Family Farm in Manitowoc, you can find them on Facebook if you want to learn more about that. A gentleman that served us in the military with the U.S. Air Force, now a veteran that's involved in farming. Dairy markets today are generally a little bit better than our corn and soybean markets. Barrel cheese today up 2 at $1.96. 40-pound black cheese on a Monday up 8 to $1.89. Double A butter, here we go, Josh, up 3 cents to start the week at $3.12 per pound on that butter. Still something we'll be talking about this week, I'm sure. Tomorrow when you and I chat, I'll bet it's going to be all about what farmers didn't get done in the last 7 days' time with that crop progress report.
Yeah, I know up by us in Wanakee, there's a lot of water just standing in the fields, and it's just tough to see.
Yeah, it's tough to farm, I'll tell you that.
Oh, big time. All right, Pam, thank you.
Bud. See ya.
Let's get a look at that certified most accurate forecast now. First warm meteorologist Kelly Slifka out on the weather patio. Kelly?
Yeah, you can definitely feel the humidity out here. We've been kind of surrounded by storms so far here in Madison, but I don't think that's going to be lasting much longer. It looks like some rain on the way, and we do have a first warn alert day because of this potential of some strong to severe storms. We got the round that's coming through now, maybe lasting an hour, hour and a half. Get a bit of a break most of the afternoon, but then later this afternoon into the evening, another round. And we're not done with it yet. Another chance of some stronger storms to roll in. Looks like mainly tomorrow evening. So still the active weather. Now the main threats today are going to be some hail and also some strong winds. Can't rule out an isolated tornado. We do have some heavy downpours. It's all due to this storm system up to our north. We got the warm front pushing through right now. That's allowing some of that moisture to come on in from the south. And that's what's spawning these showers and storms that are rolling through right now. Feel the humidity. 65 is the dew point. We haven't had a whole lot of humidity yet, but you can see those dew points approaching at 70 now near the Illinois border. And that's what's prompted the slight risk of severe weather on a scale of 1 to 5. That's Category 2, all of southern Wisconsin. We're tracking our radar 3000. You can see the line of storms from the Dells down toward Prairie du Sac. Also off to the south and west toward Mount Horeb. Also, we're watching some storms that roll through eastern Dane County through Stoughton, moving on to the north and east. You can see this line, though, that's producing a lot of lightning. Don't have any hail reports out of this yet, but a lot of heavy downpours. As you go down toward Darlington, a lot of heavy rains with that. Lightning as well, moving through Monroe, seeing that. We do have a special weather statement the National Weather Service just issued for eastern Dane County and parts of Rock County due to that storm very close to Evansville. May see some hail out of that system and also some gusty winds that could be up to about 40 miles per hour. That's moving to the northeast at 40 miles per hour. So we got the rain chances moving through now. We'll get a little bit of a break here this afternoon, but then it will ramp up as we get toward the evening hours and then start to diminish after midnight. Then a break for most of tomorrow, but then as we get in the late afternoon and evening, more chances of some storms rolling through, so the active spring continues. We'll track this for you. We'll have that round of storms rolling through for the next hour, hour and a half. You can see some more storms firing up, mainly up to the north. And then as we get toward the dinner hour here in the Madison area, as we get into the early evening hours, we'll see some of these storms roll through. Some of these may produce some hail and strong winds. Temperatures generally in the 70s today. All this activity should be generally done with by midnight. Can't rule out a spotty shower, but most of this will be on to the east. Then we're talking about tomorrow. Once again, most of the day dry. It'll be muggy tomorrow, but we're watching this cluster of storms. Now, since it's coming over such a late night time frame, a lot of this will probably dissipate, but we'll still have to keep our eyes on it as it heads toward the Madison area. This will be in the wee hours of the morning, probably before sunrise. All right, we have the rain chances today and also tomorrow, but the good news is finally we're going to see an extended period of some dry weather going into the weekend. So for 2 alert days, one for today and also one for later tomorrow, mainly tomorrow night. With temperatures in the 80s tomorrow. It's going to be sticky, maybe some lingering showers on Wednesday. Then we finally dry out, and it will turn a little bit cooler. Temperatures in the low 70s, overnight lows in the 50s as we lose a lot of the humidity going into the weekend.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with a twist on an Italian favorite.
As the weather gets warmer, many of us are looking to lighten up dinner. Sure, we can serve a main dish salad or go with something that supports meatless Mondays. Both are good options. But what do you say we make a meaty, overstuffed portobello mushroom that's so tasty, there's a pretty good chance you'll end up serving it year-round. We start by brushing both sides of some portobello mushrooms with a homemade garlic butter before popping them in the oven. And if you're not familiar with portobello mushrooms, they're the really big mushrooms we find at our market, and when they're cooked, they almost taste like a steak. Once tender, we top them with slices of tomato and fresh mozzarella, and back into the oven they go, just long enough for the cheese to melt. When they come out, we drizzle them with a balsamic glaze, grind on some fresh pepper, and finish them off with a bit of fresh basil. What makes these so good is the combo of the meaty steak-like mushrooms, the way the tomatoes and the cheese complement each other, and the sweet and tangy punch we get from the balsamic glaze. To get the recipe, all you have to do is head over to our website and type in Caprese Stuffed Portobellos. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a summertime favorite way. What are you doing there? For you to say, ooh, it's so good.
From the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and gardening questions. Email those questions to tips@channel3000.com and we'll get the answers next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Time is running out to call Mad City baths during big deal days. Our American-made baths and showers are infused with Microban for easy cleaning. And in addition to baths, Mad City is also your trusted source for Eco Sky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Last chance to call during this program to take advantage of the savings during big deal days. Save $1,000 on a new bath or shower. Now that's a big deal. 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Senior and military discounts plus a bonus. Receive $750 in safety upgrades with your bath or shower purchase. And remember, this is the last chance during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello Permanent Fat Removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Get an 11% rebate on everything. Finish your project with countertops from Menards. With elegant to everyday options, we carry everything you need to beautify your home's decor. Take home laminate countertop today starting at $29.98 after rebate. Feed your canine companion the best with Chicken Soup for the Soul. Made with real quality ingredients, it provides well-balanced nutrition for supporting happy, healthy pets. Get a 25-pound bag for $49.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome back. Lisa Briggs with the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and gardening questions. Remember, you can email them to tips@channel3000.com. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
What do we got here?
So, coleus. I have a shady garden, and so I don't have a lot of luck with flowering annuals. I don't have enough sun for most of them. But I like coleus because there's so many different combinations of color in the foliage. They do get a flower, sort of blue and kind of mingy, but the leaves are really fabulous.
They're really unique, too.
Yeah,
I like that.
different shapes, different color combinations. Some are really cut, some are big. They have little, like weird little edging on them. So they're really fun and super useful for a shady garden.
Yeah, you can change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot of questions to get to, so we're going to start with Dorothy. Dorothy says she has tree roots raising pavers on her patio. Will shaving the tree roots damage the tree? It is a maple tree about 20 years old.
It will damage the tree, Dorothy. Now, of course, maples aren't as sensitive to that kind of thing as like maybe an oak would be, but that is a problem with maples. They are an upland species. They have very surface roots, and so you see it a lot of times. They'll be popping up through your lawn. There's really not a way to combat it. If you shave them off, you will probably in a few years see some dieback in the crown. I don't think it will kill a maple the way it would really damage like an oak tree or something that's more sensitive, but do it with thought and care.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
All right, Deborah wants to know how to permanently get rid of bindweed on her landscaping stones.
So bindweed is in the morning glory family. It is kind of noxious because if you break it, the roots just break into little pieces. So what you have to do is use a herbicide, and this is a time for the big guns. So I am not a proponent of spraying Roundup everywhere, but sometimes you need it. So what I suggest is you get a foam brush from the hardware store and paint the herbicide directly on the leaves of the bindweed. That way you can control where it goes and you can get it concentrated on exactly where you want it.
Jan says, I have a peach tree that the leaves are curling, turning black, and falling off. What could cause this?
So this is peach leaf curl. This is a fungus that occurs on mostly peach trees. It's too late to do anything about it. What you want to do is treat it with a horticultural oil during dormancy, or spray it with a fungicide before the leaves start to break from the buds. The good news is that it's cosmetic and it doesn't really hurt the tree. In the meantime, as the leaves fall off, I would get them out of there so that they're not kind of serving as a source to inoculate it further, but then stop in at the garden center and check in with us about what you can spray on it next spring.
Next question from Anne. Her Japanese lilac has slim woody twig growth that extends past the spent flowers. They're 1 inch or so long. Do I trim them off or not?
Well, it depends on if they have some leaf buds. I think this is an instance where I want a photograph so I can see exactly what's going on. So send that to our plant desk. That's plantdesk@brucecompany.com, and then that way we'll know exactly what's going on and we can advise you.
Eric wants to know, is there any type of wisteria that will do well in southern Wisconsin?
Yes, so there is Kentucky wisteria, and it does well in our area. We had it when I lived in Sheboygan. It grows really well in Madison, and that's the one that you want to get.
All right, I think we have time for one more
Okay.
question, 30 seconds. Anne in Madison says she has coreopsis plants that thrive for 2 years, but they did not grow back this year in the raised garden bed. Her coneflowers are doing well. What are your thoughts?
So it could be a couple of things. In a raised bed, if the plants are close to the edge of the raised bed, then sometimes if we have some winter, it'll sort of, it'll damage the plant's root system. So based on what you're saying, I would guess that that is it. Also, coreopsis are not as, depending on which ones you have, some of them are not as tough and hardy and easy to deal with as coneflowers. So if you're going to replace them, I'd maybe pick something that's a little less sensitive.
Good questions today,
Yeah,
Lisa.
they
Thank
were.
you, as always. Let's get to Kelly now with the final check of the forecast.
Hey, thanks, Josh. The storms are surrounding the Madison area right now. We're going to get wet here fairly shortly, and we are talking about some stronger storms. In fact, the storm that was near Edgerton has weakened, but we are watching this storm down just to the south and east of Darlington. That will be moving on to the east. We are looking at some more storms later today.